Alright. I guess we'll start things off with my daily freebies. Oh man, only 5 days left on my 1 coin per day. That's kind of sad. Should refresh the exchange. Please be Elrohir's thing. Oh, of course. Not Elrohir. Have I even gotten this invite? Should actually check that real quick. I have not. And I need to get his invite. 1 voucher. Not quite the same thing. Not exactly the same thing. Oh wow, it actually picked up, the bot picked up my thing immediately. Tickets for Galadriel's items. I think that's the fastest the bot has ever picked up. So now we have to fix up the chat and stuff and post it in here. Here we go. Friday night PvP, hopefully. Otherwise, continues. Boom. Speaking of sweeping simulator, alright, they're already maxed out. So Faramir can take the low level guys. Just Galadriel. There we go, 25 is perfect for her. I should probably give her guard to the tower and run her into the level 30 Warg guys, raiders. I just don't want to run cataphracts into raiders for obvious reasons. Oh, Lotha's all the way down here? Would be a shame if somebody were to path down here and mess with that. Should probably drop like 2 tiles. Like to have about 14 open when I'm PvPing. I just like go ahead and get here. I mean, if my Aowen gets bounced, I actually don't care because just using her to path anyway. She's coming from my base, she's not even at my fort. I'm going to have to be... Oh, that's awkward. This spawned right next to a fight. I'm gonna have to be a bit careful with Gandalf's stamina, because he only has 47, unfortunately. And that's... He's gonna have to move out of the fort. I may have to stamina potion Gandalf, depending on how things go. And siege should kill the armies and be ready. It'll actually be kind of funny if my Aowen manages to land on that tile. An 11-minute march just for flipping a tile. Hopefully Mr. S7 finishes this. I wonder if we can see what the draw is like. Oh, yeah. He'll be fine. He'll be alright. think we should see... How is the Fangorn fighting going? No fighting, just sweeping the bosses. So that's Rohan there. So we kind of have... It's almost like World War I trenches. It's like one side of the forest is Varyag, and then the other side is Linden/Rohan, and the middle is just no man's land. Besides a few little incursions here and there. Well, some people are going to be sad because yeah, that's 2 people from Rohan that aren't on here already. So that's already 6 people. So at least one person's not getting rewards. Where do we want to path to tonight, if we can? I guess this fort cluster. I'll have to send some siege commanders down eventually. I think all this is, yeah, Gundabad, so we're not going to touch any of that. Don't want to hit the Gundabad tiles. Hey Layla. Send a heart emoji. There we go. How much is she healing for now? Oh, does he have anti-heal? Yeah, he does. Awkward. Just a bit awkward. How did this Gandalf not take that? I'm guessing he was weakened from something. I guess he didn't reinforce after hitting the tile. That'd be like the only way. Very costly. Is he using high alert? No, he's not even using high alert. How did this thing only do... It only did 3,000 damage? No way. Oh. Because she cured the AoE. Oh, that is actually... Oh. That's actually crazy. I just learned something new. Yeah, so the bulk of the Balrog's damage comes from the burn that hits every unit each round. And if you just cleanse that, then it does literally no damage to you. Huh. That's good to know. Thanks for the shout out. You are welcome for the shout out, of course. I would shout out my wife. Well, so far I'm not getting bounced. I assume there's actually an army there. So that'll probably be one of my Gandalf's moves. And Galadriel can go back out in a second. There's another level 25 she can hit. Was going to swap her over. Man, I should come take these 2 tiles temporarily. That's 4 mobs to sweep. I might actually have to do that. She has plenty of stamina, right? Oh, she's down to 37. I think Poulter thinks it's the cleanse helmet actually. It cures the Balrog's fire damage over time effect. Nothing. We'll share the knowledge that we just learned. I've never actually seen that before. I think probably because that's a new item. I'm pretty sure, or that effect at least, I think is relatively new. I think a lot of people don't truly understand its full potential yet. There's some other really interesting things that you can do with it. True. Yeah, that guy is Galadriel's a beast. Absolute beast. Wonder if he'll take Ring of Water to max. It feels awkward just putting 4 points. Especially putting only 4 points there, but 7 points there. He has 5 left. I think he should go 3, 1, and then probably 2. Something like that. Or even take 1 point out of here. You'd have 6 points if you can go 3. You'd have 3 left. No, you would need 4. Because you'd want to go 2, 1, 1, plus 3. So he would need 7. 7 total to pull that off. Nets. I think I'm just going to go ahead and send my AON in. She's full stamina, so it doesn't really matter if she gets bounced. Unlike Gandalf, I really can't afford for Gandalf to get bounced. Just want to drop by and say thank you for many guides. Oh, you're welcome, man. I'm glad that you have found them to be helpful. Should pull this up over here. That was always the goal in the very beginning, was just to try to... Okay, yeah, the green screen looks fine. Just to try to help people out, because this is a deceptively complicated game. Especially for it being a mobile game. Like, normally mobile games are pretty simplistic and kind of just trying to squeeze your wallet. But I feel like this game has a pretty surprising amount of depth to it. In terms of how you itemize your commanders and then pick... Well, how you skill your commanders based on what troops you want to use, and then how you itemize based on that. Plus throwing in unit abilities depending on what faction you are. So, like the way you play Rohan is very different from the way you'd play Erebor, as an example. Well, I would assume. I mean, I guess You can play it however you want, but the way marshals work is pretty significantly different from the way Iron Warriors work. That's actually awesome. Eowyn came from base, so she didn't have to move to the fort. And this is literally the furthest tile away that she can reach from the base, right there. Like if I was to try to send Hirgon, if it was over here, I wouldn't have been able to take it essentially for free. How much stamina does she have left? So I think what I'll do... Oh, he's hitting that? Okay. I was going to path 2 more and then drop her to 1 command and scout. Let's see, sending... a Theo. Theoden will probably be fine. We'll connect this. And I'll steal the 200 like a greedy jerk. Yikes. Alright, we'll steal this with Gandalf. And is there anything else useful Eowyn can do? I guess if this fort gets cleared, she could do 1 hit of siege damage. Not that... You know what, I should reinforce her and then do 1 hit of siege. I'll just send Cavaliers because they'll get there quickly. That way at least her stamina is put to good use. Hola. Hello. So he might want me to scout or follow up. And I could follow with my Eowyn. She doesn't have any gear. She's just a pather. I think people always expect her to... You can also take that if you like. Oh, okay. Wow, what a nice guy. Okay. How can I turn down a free 200 power tile? What a nice dude. He's just handing out 200 tiles over here. I was actually taking that so somebody else, or pathing there so that somebody else could get it. I guess with Eomer I'll path over here. I kind of want other people to take these though. Like, Gandalf doesn't really have the stamina. I go for this Dwalin. Maybe I need help. Level 40. Pretty good gear. Let's see. Share the report when you hit him. See, I kind of don't need 200s at this point. Arnor T4 versus Lyndon T4. Oh man, I think they're both really bad, unfortunately. So there's an inherent design flaw with the Arnor Tier 4 in my opinion, and that is, I'll check my market later. Basically 2, maybe 3 commanders want to run a full ranged army. So most commanders are going to want to run something like this. 2 melee, 1 ranged. because Sentinels are so good. In my opinion, Sentinels are amazing. Commanders like Arwen or Gandalf or Faramir will want to run Sharps instead. A few commanders can pull off double range, single melee, with either Katas or Guardians in the front. Very, very few commanders can pull off triple ranged. If we pretend these Bow Knights are rangers, like I haven't even trained any rangers this season. Very few commanders can do this. It's like Haldir, maybe Keleborn if you're Loth. And Gandalf, the Grey, can probably get away with this. The problem is Rangers of the North are essentially a melee unit in a lot of ways. Their damage is actually terrible. Like it 35 to 38 looks fine, but there's only 50 per command. So anytime you compare them to another ranged unit, you have to double it. So even the T2 elf is doing 46 to 48 by the time you account for the difference in command. So these guys have lower damage than T2 marksmen do. So they're essentially a melee unit that is also ranged. And so you would kind of have to run them. Oh yeah, I can't outfit them. Whatever, we'll just pretend Bow Knights are the our T4s. You could run them like this and use them as a second tank for your Sentinels. But then, like, why aren't you just running Guardians or like Heralds, which are a little bit tanky and also do pretty decent damage? And so I just find it's very difficult to find the commanders that can really take advantage of their ability. Like they're low damage, high survivability, ranged units. And they protect your other ranged units, but like, why not just run a melee unit? Now you have a double melee front line. I don't know, like they have some use cases if you're fighting like Reapers, for example. You know, Reapers will bypass the melee unit, because normally in a fight, melee always hits melee for as long as melee units are alive. So like you don't really need anybody to tank for your ranged units unless your melee units die. Reapers are a special case because they ignore that and they just go for whatever has the lowest defense. Oh, okay, he won. 33. Oh, maybe Eowyn. Oh no, that's right. It's out of range. Yeah, I'm just gonna send her home then. Oops. Linden T4s. The awkward part about them is since they never normal attack, they cannot benefit from follow-up. So, like, they can't get the benefit of Convener, they can't get the benefit of, what's Haldir's thing called? Forest Agility, I think. Yeah, they can't get Forest Agility, they can't get Convener, they can't get Gil-galad's Elven follow-up, or Celeborn's Elven follow-up. But like at least they do good damage and are naturally stun immune, I think. No, that's March Wardens. March Wardens are naturally stun immune. So, but again, with Linden's archers, it's just difficult to find good commanders that want them. Let's see, who could we think about? Like Haldir, you could skip his R3 entirely. And you could run them, that'd be alright. Or you could just say, yeah, like my Sentinels are going to get 2 attacks, my Noldors won't. Gandalf, like you really don't want your guys standing around during convener rounds. You really want them doing damage. I forgot, what does his bonus do? He has a long shot thing. somewhere, I thought. Firing formation. I could have sworn he has something that only affects long shots. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe he's better than I thought. That's just elves. So this, I think, would work on them. So, okay, so yeah, he doesn't have anything that only affects long shots. Maybe Elrond. Because you could still get Valia's Ringbearer with them. You could still get Half-Elven with them. You could still give them initiative. So, the long answer is I think Arnor's tier 4s are probably worse. But there are some cases where you can use them. And I'll probably try and triple range with Gandalf the Grey once I get some trained. They just take so... like, what's the training time on these guys? I'm glad this shows the actual training time now. So 16 minutes per command. Whereas sharps are 6. You know, the tooltip is now taking into account conscription speed bonuses in 6. Because I only have the building at rank 1, so I'm getting almost 3 command of sharps or sense, time-wise, per command of rangers. Not to mention the cost is really high, like double. Basically double what they cost. But yeah, I think Faramir with his unique would be good with them, and I think Gandalf could probably run them. I'm not using Haldir this season, or else I'd run triple ranged with Haldir. But I'd just rather have marshals, man. Honestly. Speaking of Faramir, I guess he needs to go sweep. I keep thinking I can sweep next to red tiles, and then this poor guy is so scared. And I remember I can't sweep next to red tiles. Is there anything down here to sweep? I haven't been looking down here. Oh, there's some level 20s. Faramir can take care of those. Hopefully Arwen doesn't just get trashed by this. I'm hoping he has ranged units since I'm bringing like 2k Dunedain with her. I need someone to take this so I can jump ahead. I need to start dropping that. What do you say? Lol, no troops, unlucky. Aw. Please, there's no reason you need to hit it for 700k. You to withdraw your troops from a boss. Playing Rune. Ooh, Kirun R5. So their tier 4, you probably saw. Rune's tier 4 was good for like a week or something when the gigantic hammer was just ridiculous on them. It's like pretty much nobody knew they were large units. I sure didn't. And then people realized the gigantic hammer was giving them 90 attack per model, and they had what, like 40 models or something, 30 models. And so you would have war chariots just doing like 250k damage. Oh, apparently he hit there. He's probably gonna withdraw then, right? Oh, it's a Gandalf on Gandalf fight? Oh, I hope he stays. Where was this 200? Where is this area? Oh, that's the other side of Faradwaith. I think they were a large unit before too. It wasn't in the description or anything. Alright, is he gonna stay and fight? I think my Arwen... What was that guy's gear like? Decent gear, but not insane. I think I should win that. Only a 33% chance for madness. We don't care about the focus protection. I should probably... Nah, I can't change. Oh, he withdrew. Bye-bye. Go time. Oh, I wonder if Garandor is going to make it through. Oh yeah, the last thing I was saying about the T4 is Faramir with his unique. I think they'd be good on him too. His unique's actually really good. Pray for me while y'all farm. Yo. Say hi to Y2. Garon. They shall witness your sacrifice. Wonder how many he's gonna wipe here. YouTube. Garen's a pretty big whale. Really funny guy too. Really good like combat leader. Like whenever we're doing attacks, I'll be like, alright, it's a 15-minute march time. Gandalfs go now. Okay, 10 minutes. Galadriel's go now. 5 minutes. Theoden's go now. Ooh, who did he hit? Yeah, this is a whale battle right here, look. What is his thing here? Might of Elves, yeah. Discord, yep. Ranged Vigor, Elf Strength. Makes sense. Versus this. So this guy's not as big of a whale. Yeah, it's not even really a whale at this point. That's more of a dolphin. Weird that he's using burn protection. Maybe he doesn't have another alternative. Only 132k from Dane. Didn't have pursuit, man. Didn't have pursuit. Oh, yeah. Look at all these reports. Wait, how did his gill... Was this from earlier? 038? 038. Oh, I guess he killed the Theoden and then he hit the Dane. Yeah. Gandalf finished the Dane off. Dang. I'm actually surprised Gandalf the White did that well against this gill. That's pretty good. I guess because he was pretty much full cav. Faramir, yeah, hitting a dead gill. Dude, his Faramir has been doing work this season. I will give him that for sure. Up to level 40 now. Yeah, yes, tactical mark. He just tries to snipe Gandalfs and gills with his Faramir. So how much damage did these... Actually tanked quite a bit. This is potentially another use case for Arnor's tier 4s actually in double ranged. Hey, this is triple ranged. I mean, all of those sharps would have been dead, right? 75,000 damage received, and that's after taking into account having extra defense. So they go up to 85 defense and 10%. I assume a tunnel is non-structure land. Those sharps would have all been dead. That's a win for Daddy. True. Oh, thank God. No freaking Mouth of Sauron. It's amazing what Gandalf can do when he doesn't run into Mouth of Sauron. And where did my R1's over there? Well, I'm not going to connect that. I guess we can try Arwen soloing this one. Even though I really don't need more 200s. Other people should be having them. Respond to this guy in Discord. Worth. Oop, didn't mean to click that one. All right. How's this side going? Initially, like, I was wanting to fight on the right side of Faradwaith because that's where it looked like the action was. Because earlier, I feel like we were pushed up to like this fort stack and we were clearing out forts. There was a bunch of forts up in here, all in these little vacant spots. And so I was like, oh, well, that side's kind of getting steamrolled. So let me go help the other side. And now all of a sudden there's nobody here. Well, someone just took that. Maybe we can get to him. Not as confident on Arwen. Well, she's definitely not going to immediately solo at 200. She might take a couple hits. Oh yeah, do I have a relocation thing? I hate that the relocation item is not always in the Fellowship store. That's gotta be like the worst change they've ever made in this game. Maybe I should send Faramir down to clear these out, honestly. That might be better than hitting level 20 mobs on sweeping. Any 25s? Oh, was that a 25? Yeah. Let's take these away from Eowyn so I don't accidentally send her to her death. Because that would be unfortunate. And technically need to drop 2 more tiles. If I'm going to be picking up 2 more. Yeah, I'll go ahead and drop 2 more stones. Have my 300 stone anyway, so I can just gather what I need. And I don't really need stone anymore this season. Not that much anyway. Wonder why he's pathing. Gandalf's up to 40. Where did he link all those battle reports? Oh, there. Wonder what respect. Let's see. 30 plus 21 is 51 plus 12 is 63 points. And he'll get 2 from balance, that's 61, 4 from wisdom, that's 57. So his Faramir's respect 17? Your R Faramir R17. I suppose that's another reason that rally attack at 00 UTC. No, come now. Come now and say hello. 20. Oh, there's a boss. Too bad there's no nearby. Wow. I'd have to path forever to hit that boss. That's not worth it. Why does this guy... There's some random airborne tiles right there. That's kind of sneaky. That's why I always have to check like every single tile. Training for pesky King of the Dead. I don't envy you having to fight Evos. Yeah, there's a Rohan whale on our server that has a pretty nasty King of the Dead. I'm glad that, especially his good faction. And the dude probably has, you know, like 15,000 Oathbreakers at this point. I should educate them on how dangerous hippos are. Uh-oh. Are they actually that dangerous? Arnor is persecuting us, killing our children, stealing our bread. Let's see, how many people die deaths by hippo per year? Let's see. Range from about 500 to 3,000? What? 3,000 people die to hippos every year? That's crazy. They're actually on the Encyclopedia Britannica's list of deadliest mammals. Huh. Up there with like tigers, lions, oh, even deer. 200 deaths by deer per year. It seems to be that all of those are from people hitting deer with their cars. Never would have known. Today I learned. Let's see, what did he say? Real life hippo is super dangerous. 3,000 deaths by hippo per year. Crazy. Oh, I guess in the grand scheme of things, how many people? Oh, I feel like I got really lucky on this tile. Full range when I brought Dunedain, and then that. I should see how much the Dunedain did. Wait, reports. How much damage did they do this first fight? 62,000 damage. And when Dunedain are good, they're good. What's up, HB? Like I said, educate your natural selection, I would say. Oh, man. I am now scared of hippos. Thanks. Good thing there's no hippos anywhere near where I live. Not even close. Well, I mean, they're at the zoo. Actually, I think our zoo had to get rid of the hippo. I think it died or something. Rest in peace. Alright, let's do some... How many tiles do I have? 3. We need to move Dwalin up. You're welcome. Oh man. Hippos are more dangerous than crocs. Crocs are scared of hippos. Well, hey, you learn something new every day. That's why I love the internet. Do I even want to try Faramir on a level 30 sweep? I mean, I know he can do it. It's just a question of efficiency. Let's see. I mean, he has guards with him. Get your elven buddies away from my base. Oh, now that I can't do. Sorry, Happy Hippo. Orders are orders. The fight with Loth? I think it's going well overall. It's kind of a huge stalemate over here. Where it's just people throwing armies at the tunnels constantly. So I'm not really a part of that fight anymore. I tend to hate when things get really mosh pitty in this game. I'm trying to find Dwellin. Like when things get really bogged down in one area. I tend to not like that. Because at that point it just becomes like a morale game, an attrition game. And it really becomes a whale game too. Because a whale's standing on like a crossing or a tunnel, you have to hit them. Even if you're a low spender or free to play player. And so that's when whales really shine. Whereas in the open field, if you can bounce and avoid whales, they only get as many moves as anybody else gets. And so you can mitigate that whale advantage to some extent. Just by playing around them. So we came up north and took Faradwaith, and we've been bringing some more people into Faradwaith and trying to open up another front. Earlier this side was doing really well. Now they're kind of getting pushed back. But over here we're doing pretty well. Down here it was like World War I earlier. Yeah, Varyogs are definitely super strong for sure. I've seen like some of the craziest commanders I've ever seen in my life. These guys have like Rimuru 4K. I think his base got relocated. He was on Resource Island. I don't know if he's up here now or not. But like Rimuru 4K has a Witch King with a fully upgraded Orthancs. 100% chance every round for Alks to hit for mass damage. Yeah, this person's a big whale. Asiana. That's like an R20 gore bag or something. I think it's TK 47, 54, 45, one of them. He has a super stacked Sauron. I think it got linked in here earlier. Yeah, 4754 has a fully upgraded Sauron R10 item. What respect is he anyway? Let me pull out the calculator for this one. 15 plus 7 plus 7 plus 6 plus 3 plus 2 plus 15 plus 69 skill points at level 43. So we're looking at like what, respect 20? Or Sauron support? If he's supported, it'd be respect 17, which is still pretty crazy. And the rest of his gear is, of course, maxed out, obviously. I'm just not going to pull it up on stream because that one's actually in one of the leadership channels. Alright, what is this guy? I mean, this has just gotta be a pather, right? Like, why is he just doing this? He's gotta be a pather. So do I wait until he goes and then bounce him? I've gotta take one of these two anyway. I'm not really in any rush. Well, I do need to send Galadriel out to sweep. But yeah, all the TKs, or all of them that I've seen anyway, have some pretty crazy commanders. And I think anyone in Linden will readily admit that if they win, if Linden wins, it'll be just due to numbers. Okay, I'm just gonna go here. I'll at least cut him off. I'll probably bring my Aowen on the 130. We need to hit this. What did I say? Dune? I knew a Dune in another game. I don't know if he's in this game or not. But if he is in this game, I'd be scared of him. Because that guy ran like 40 accounts in an MMO. He was a big whale in a different game. We'll have just enough tiles to hit this. It shouldn't be possible to bounce her. This guy. Yikes. That's a nice Elro here. Look at that. What a good commander Elro here is. 80k healing on an Elro here. This was an almost full Elrond, I think. Bear Strike has pretty solid gear. Oh, he was only plus 16 though? Plus 22. That's a huge difference. So that's 6 command plus 2 from levels. That's an 8 command difference. Rio. Pretty standard Gil. Pretty standard Gimli. Gimli did pretty well. Although it looks like Gil was not full. Round 2. Alright, here goes Garandor again. Looks like Faramir is heading first. Well, while these guys go to their deaths, we'll take a drink of water. As I've mentioned before on stream, man, talking makes you thirsty. I wish I could actually see like how many armies get scattered. You know, like when an army gets fully wiped out, they go running back to their fort. But we can't even see how many are at this end of the tunnel. You can just watch the Arnor armies disappear. And wait for Garandor's reports. Tell your wives' boyfriends I'm coming over. What the heck? See, is he gonna show him? Oh, we got a draw. A very lopsided draw. Although that looks like not a very full Gandalf. He probably should be around 250k HP. So that's only like 2/3 or 3/4 of an army here. People gotta start running pursuit on their Gandalfs, man. Yeah, Faramir finished off that one. Really solid draw on that one. Finish off that. Well, poor Lopex Bear. Really am a god. But see, this is why I don't like when things get really bogged down. It's just whales hitting on whales. And I think I want to hit this in a minute when I have tiles. Who has lower stamina, Dwalin or Éomer? Éomer has very low stamina. So I'll have Dwalin take the tile. 47 seconds. Yeah, we're still at 50. Dwalin can take it, Éomer can scout it. And see what we're working with. Yeah, my apothecary just finished a few minutes ago, I believe. So I should have plenty of space, so yeah. Plenty of space to work with. And then we can send Éomer home. Is there any way he lets my Arwen hit this? Probably not, right? That's probably a waste of stamina. Need Balrog hits for GTG R10. Oh, that's already dead. Alright, Éomer. What's in the fort? Because if there's nothing in the fort, I don't want to waste Gandalf hitting it. Like if this guy, he probably has one command on all these armies. And if that's the case, there's no point in wasting one of my Gandalf's 2 hits on it. I might need it for Morrowind instead. Or this person. We'll find out. Well, we lost. But that's just an Eladan with 3 command. So I think we'll just send Arwen in. Actually, I shouldn't. Well, I can uncancel that if we need to. Are there any decent tiles up here that I'd want Faramir to take? I guess the 130 and the 150. Potentially that 150 as well. I don't think he can hit it from here. No. He can't hit this, I don't think. Nope. Those are going to bad tiles anyway. Yeah. It was just that one guy there. So what I need to do is we need to get a siege commander. I should use 2. Bring Faramir back. Faramir back, rather. And send Haldir, I suppose. Let's do. It'll be a little bit less siege damage, but I can save some more guards. Send him down here and then over. And Faramir honestly can just keep sweeping. Did I have Faramir hit a 30? Well, that wasn't too bad. Considering I'm running him with EXP skills, not actual fighting skills. Let's see if he'll let Arwen hit him. I feel like he won't. I'll let people know. Empty. I would hope he doesn't let me hit him. True. To learn. The way to catch up. If you're on the following list, possibility of you being kicked. Tech-based helps. Okay, well, I don't think I'm on that list. Fortunately for me. Oop. Almost missed it. He almost caught me slacking. Not today, dude. Not gonna juke me like that. This guy is a big pain. Multiple 45. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Death Dealer. Huge whale, that guy. That guy's spent some money. Which that's not meant as an insult. I have nothing. Like, people should spend their money however they want to. We're playing a mobile game after all. But it was more of a comment on how strong his commanders are. Wait, that's a Varyag tile. I almost accidentally stole a poor Varyag tile. Alright, so we'll have... How much stamina does Dwalin have? We'll have Dwalin poke this fortress next. See if there's actually anything in it. Anything worth hitting with a real army at least. And go from there. Yeah, it would be good to get his fort out of here. But there's a lot standing in the way unless we just path around all of this stuff. Which I should probably take this. If I kill this fort, that might be my goal. Evening from Marzi. What's up, man? Thank you for the Rise of Kingdoms advice throughout the day. Definitely appreciate it, man. Hopefully I can figure out ways to catch up. I definitely feel like I should have spent more action point potions on Lohars. Okay, yeah, so that fort didn't have anything in it. Yep. Also empty. That's why I scout. No use in wasting precious stamina on a combat commander to hit nothing. That means Dwalin can go home, and we'll get some other pather out, whoever has stamina. Eowyn doesn't, Elro here. Alright. We have Keleborn and Aragorn that we can use next. And unfortunately, Haldir is still marching. So bring Dwalin home. And who said Keleborn? Siege, so I think we just use Keleborn as the pather. Ouch. That one kind of hurt Galadriel. How come she didn't heal against Mouth? She probably frickin' healed his army, didn't she? Oh, and yes, black arts. That's the big problem. I feel like Galadriel really needs a cleanse. Because without a cleanse, it's easy to shut down her healing. Which is very unfortunate. And we can drop that one. To keep that connection. And keep that. We can take that tile first and then clean these up. Are these? Okay, those are all good to bad tiles. And we can take a look at Fangorn while we're waiting for commanders to march. So I'm not sure that much is happening in Fangorn right now. Guy taking back some 230s. What's that guy coming from? Oh, some fighting down there. Those are Rohan tiles, though. And not much fighting happening down here. There were some crazy fights yesterday that I probably should have recorded. I think the first one was down here. Yeah. Is this where Capricorn is? Yeah. So Varyag's had a fortress right here. And actually even before that, I think they were pushed up pretty far on this side. Trying to find where it was. And it was somewhere in this area they had a bunch of forts. And Lyndon came in mass and cleaned them up. And then they took the crossing. There was like 31 armies in the fortress. They killed the fortress. Or maybe the fortress was the other crossing. Yeah, this one was the fortress. The Capricorn suicide teleport was before the fortress. I think Varyag's armies were in this. Yeah. They were all in this area. Because they had these big 200s and they built forts all around them. And before the fight happened, Capricorn freaking teleports right here. And there's like a Varyag tile right there. And armies over here. And we're like, dude, you just bought yourself a one-way ticket to Forlinden. But they didn't manage to snipe him, thankfully. Alright, so get rid of you. Get rid of you. And as soon as Galadriel sweeps one more time, you can start having her do tips. That's a 30. I guess she just has to hit a 30. Over here. Yeah, only 5 minutes each way, that's not too bad. How many tips have I gotten today? Only 5. I think yesterday I had 11. But I was sweeping with like 6 commanders yesterday before I just actually posted in world chat. Oops. Before I relocated, I was waiting on my relocation cooldown. And I wanted to come over with a somewhat empty apothecary. Because they were, yesterday, Erebor was pushed up pretty far. Past here for sure. I'm trying to find where that statue is. I think they were all the way up here. Yeah, because we have a marker right there. They were really close to Poulter. So it must have been up here. So I wanted to come in with a mostly empty apothecary to fight. And I spent like literally half the day sweeping with 5 commanders. And went through like 100 command worth of... I need to move these guys. Just from sweeping up. 100 apothecary command from sweeping. Kinda wild. Fine line between having enough potions for KBK Marauders and not. If you're still here, Marcia, I guess I can ask you on Discord. Are the Marauders better than Lohars in terms of rewards? Because if the Marauders are better than Lohars, then it's actually a good thing that I saved my potions. Thoughts on Keleborn? I think he is very good for Lothlorien. Faction Union chat. Yeah, I'll show him in a minute. For Lothlorien, I think he's super good. Randy from RTS Mobile Gaming made a very good video on Keleborn. I completely agree with what he said, in the sense that going out of your way to hit 350 focus is not worth it. Especially if it involves putting points into Silver Tall. I really don't think you want to put points into this. If you can hit 350 on your own without that, it's fine. But you definitely want ranged unit gear. And that's going to make it harder. But for sure you max guide. And if you're Loth, you max this entire tree. Absolutely. And then just take more damage. And so in his video, he showed how you can make March Wardens, they're naturally immune to stun, and then Keleborn makes them immune to madness. I feel like there's one other thing I was going to say about that he pointed out. But anyway, yeah, the combination of madness immune plus stun immunity. Guide makes him stun immune for the first 2 rounds anyway. But just the amount of damage that they can pump out with Lord of Lorien plus Guide. Oh yeah, this gives March Warden's initiative anyway after the first 2 rounds. So like, you really don't have to hit the 350. They just crank out so much damage. Now, if you don't have March Wardens, I think he's kind of a worse Haldir. Because it's really hard to justify putting 14 in without March Wardens. Like 14 points to just do absolutely nothing for you. It's kind of awkward. Grey Elf's not super reliable, but it's basically just a 15% damage reduction, which isn't the worst. It just gets countered by a Pursuit, which like a lot of people are running these days. 4288. It's a pretty nice Sauron. What does he have? Focus damage dealt. So much focus on that dagger. Contemplate, yeah, that's a good one for Sauron. Contemplate, I think the only commanders it's good on, I think there's 3. Sauron, Gandalf the White, and Galadriel. I think it's not good on any commander other than those. Although maybe... Who's that new Nazgul with the staff in the book? And he has undead buff. Yeah, sustain. It's interesting that he's still running the Madness build. I've seen a lot of people foregoing the Madness build because so many people are building anti-Madness these days. These guys are crazy too, though. Very tanky dudes, very fast. That's actually ridiculous how fast those units are. Pretty low damage though, 35 to 38. Marshals are like 42 or something. They're like 1 point lower than Cavaliers. So I think they're 41. I think they're like 35 to 41. But they also do like 80% more on their first hit. Yeah, it's a very nice Sauron. For sure. So the problem... I think I just have to give Faramir mounted units for sweeping. The problem of sweeping without mounted units is you never actually... Well, now I don't feel so bad for not using the potions. Make sure I'm not on this list of getting kicked in Rise of Kingdoms. Pretty sure I'm not. It's a lot of people though. Just be like me and do no damage at all. Oh, yeah. Wait, I don't even think you can get rewards if you did actually 0. Oh, you can. That's kind of funny. If you can get rewards for literally doing no damage at all. God, 11-minute march time on Haldir. Brutal. March times in this game are crazy. Necklace rewards, honestly. Necklaces give some good stuff. Well, I'm not gonna sit there and watch Haldir crawl towards his target. Seems like Erebor is doing pretty well down here. feel like Rohan might have lost some active players. Unfortunately. They had a ton of players in the beginning. That or maybe they're just stretched too thin. Like, is this still happening? No. Balrogs, they still have both sides? No, they have this side, but I guess not enough to push the other side. Let's see, 9:30. So I'll do like an hour. Yeah, an hour and 4. Hour and 5. There we go. Think I have plenty of sentinels. I suppose I should start recruiting some T4s though. Now that my barracks is starting to get pretty full. See, I can't move Keleborn until Haldir gets there. Yeah, good. This guy saw. This guy's pathing down there. Well, you know what I could do? I could do the last... Oh, send my best wishes. Let me click 3 people's thing. 1, 2, 3. There. Got my freebies. I guess I can do the last one of these while I wait for that guy to march. Oh, never mind. Oh, 3:30. What time is it now? Oh, that's in 2 more hours. That's awkward. The wish energy I will break. Assuming means enemy forts. My bases. Okay. I can clear them. Alright, well that works for me. I kill the stuff and then he comes in and kills them. I'll take it. Alright, so Galadriel needs to... Wait a second, she can hit one more. One more mob. And then she can go do tips. If there are any mobs in range. That's level 20s. Here's one, level 25. I suppose that'll work. Oh, Marauders is much better. Interesting. Super hard on those. And catch up. That would be good. That's a lot of damage. Max Convener. Boon. Don't know if 1 point Coalition is worth it. Yeah, I mean that build makes perfect sense to me. It's exactly how I would build him. How much? 438,000 damage. That's incredible. Crazy. Dude, the Aragorn and Arwen chest, it's not. That chest was... It's the best chest they've ever done. It was amazing. So the way it worked... I wish it was still here so I could just show it. And I didn't record an opening video of it. Alright, so you know how normally with these special chests, there's specific T2s, you get the respect items from it, and specific T3s as well. So like this one, Aragorn Isildur, Aragorn Denethor. For the Arwen and Aragorn chest, you got to pick all the commanders that you wanted respect items for. So you could pick like 2 T3s, 3 T2s and 4 T1s or something like that. And those respect items were the ones that would be in the chest that you would randomly drop. And then for every 10 chests you opened, you got a different type of special reward. I don't even remember all of them. Like, there was definitely Matham vouchers in there. Probably a purple item in there. If you did 100, you got 3 chests that are like... Oh, I think I opened it already. Whatever, it's in the shop. If you opened 100, you got 3 of these right here. Where you got to pick your T3 respect item 3 times. So I loved it because, like, I just loved the fact that you could pick exactly what commanders you wanted to get respect items for. And I thought the 100 chest bonus was really good with 3 respect items for T3 of your choice. And I'm kicking myself for not recording the opening because I now have respect 5 Galadriel. So I was really close on Galadriel, like 3 or 4 respect items away. I was like 9 respect items away from Gandalf the White. And so I picked Galadriel and Gandalf the White as my T3s. And I knew that with the 100 chest bonus of getting 3 respect items, there was like no way I was walking away from that chest without either Gandalf the White or Galadriel. The reason I'm kicking myself for not recording it is because I pulled Galadriel's invite when I was opening the chests. And even like my normal reaction, like just my natural reaction, like I know I'm not recording or whatever, you know, I'm just opening them on my own, you know. I would say falling out of my chair is a bit of an exaggeration, but kind of like almost fell out of my chair, you know. It was like a holy crap moment. Let's see, events worthwhile. If you run out of action point, you can buy in the VIP shop. So yeah, it was a very well designed chest, in my opinion. And I got so lucky too. I mean, I ate up a bunch of the items. I think because I finally narrowed down my commanders to a final 4. But like I got a flay battle axe out of it. I got like another melee might cutlass out of it. I think I had a Shroud Scout's mail from it. Yeah, I got a Shroud Scout's mail from it. Which I'll probably keep this around in case I ever want to use it on anybody. Oh, I got this. I got a Blitz Fiddle, which I think is probably the best Elrohir accessory. Maybe his unique is better, but it's certainly a very good accessory. No, I got this on the last chest. But yeah, I might have even gotten the focus protection quilted. Oh, I definitely got the Hysteria bone mask. So I think I got the Hunter's Mark fireworks off of it too. I don't know, I feel like I had really good luck. But overall, I just like the design. I think that's what they should do going forwards, is just let people pick their commanders. So, I mean, I suppose there's an argument that, like with Glory Days, you know, maybe people will buy. I guess, I don't know. I'm gonna kill at least this fort with Haldir. Just because I can send 5 armies home. Like, Glory Days, there's basically no reason for me to open that chest. Because my Aomer is like R7. No, R6. And I don't plan on even using Aomer Theoden in my final 4 commanders. I don't plan on using King of Men and or King of the Dead, which I think are the T3s from that chest. And my Aowen is already R10. I'm pretty sure that her respect item, you know, the blue respect item for Glory Days is that one. So I just can't imagine opening 100 Glory Days chests. But if there was another pick your own commander, and I could pick like Gandalf the White, Gandalf the Gray, and you know, whoever for the blue. Like if they did that for every single chest, I would be significantly more inclined to spend considerably more money in this game. How are we doing on this side now anyway? Oh, is he just like pathing around their forts? Interesting, honestly. So maybe it's a good thing that more of the chests aren't like that. Can Haldir just smack these real quick? Do I have tile space? Yeah. I'll lose some troops, but it won't really be a big deal. Or I think Galadriel can finally go do some tips. Probably not worth marching Faramir down here, is it? 10 minutes? It's not the worst. That's at least doable. Oh my god, did he draw? Oh. My poor Faramir. Or Haldir. No gear. Whatever. His skills don't really matter because I'm not using him. Probably should have just killed Sky's fort. Honestly, Sky's pretty big player. I guess after after he takes that, I can kill that fort. And do tips. Make sure we give her an 80k. And these we can do with whoever. Of course, that's going to spawn where I don't have a tile. These ones, I don't care about feeding them to my main commanders at this point. Because it's such a marginal amount of experience. Where did it go? And we'll sweep with Elro here. We'll just do that for his army. Can he come down here and get anything? No. That's a 20. Here's a 25. Actually, 2 30s and a 25. What's the return time? Oh, only 5 minutes. I was considering just moving him to that tile and then sweeping. And it's maybe what I should have done with Faramir. Yeah. See you later, HB. Quite a full Witch King, although there's a 3-level difference. Does Bear have... Yeah, he has full Academy, and so does Witch King. So... No pursuit feels bad, man. So you cannot prevent giving yourself madness. So even if you have an ability that makes your own commander, so like if you use Denethor as an example, or any commander that has self-inflicted madness, you can cure it if you have a cleanse effect. You cannot prevent it from happening. Little quirk in the game. Alright, is Garandor going in again? Is he hitting this side? Not quite yet. Guess he's still reinforcing. Hmm. Alright, poor Haldir. There are definitely not that many US time zone players in this game. That's one thing I have learned over my 5 seasons. I assume that one's clear. Probably should have reinforced. I'm hoping that 2 hits will be enough. But it might not be. Nope. Not in Arthedain. Excuse me. Where's my... I put it in my pocket. Yeah. I had to make sure I had my medicine. So yeah, hopefully it's plenty. If Siege is just level 1. I was gonna be real sad if 2 hits from Haldir weren't gonna kill it. Probably enough. I really need to get my Elro here to R5. Because a few more levels and I'm kind of out of points that I want to spend on him. After that, I'm not a huge fan of Coalition. Ton of HP on Theo. Yeah, 360,000. So +6. +5. That's +11. +5 is +16. That's disgusting. That's actually disgusting. Pretty crazy what gear can do for you in this game sometimes. I don't really want to waste stamina taking these. Especially if I'm just taking them to drop them. Alright, Haldir. I think those guys are faster than guards of the tower. And we said Aragorn was next. Kind of tempted to Cavaliers. 22 siege, 23 siege. I feel like I'm just gonna siege with cavalry because the stamina is kind of irrelevant with how many commanders I have. I feel like doing it faster is just... What should these have? 27, actually. Wait a second. That just screwed me back up, didn't it? Oh, no, it didn't. Like, getting these guys to this fort in 6 minutes instead of, like, 12. And then walking them over quickly, I think is going to be worth more than the amount of extra siege damage. Dude, yeah, Eternal Bear is crazy. Also, Gandalf the White's unique is so freaking good. I'm kind of surprised he puts 15 into Wizard, though. $15 points in Wizard seems like a lot. Alright, well, let's see if this person has anything in here. I don't feel like scouting it with Keleborn when he still has so much stamina left. So I'll just have him go take some of these. Clean up a bit. Oh, did I forget about Faramir again? No, he's still just walking somewhere. Should probably just use recall speed-ups on him to save the time. You get so many of them from sweeping anyway. Like, how many building ones did I have? Yeah, I spent like 100 something of these yesterday. I had like 350. And I just immediately finished level 19 barracks with 5-minute building speed ups. Because what am I ever going to use them on at this point? Alright, Gandalf's march time is 4.5. I feel like I just send Arwen in with him, but she can make it in 2 minutes anyway, which is less than a draw time, so I'll be patient and wait with her. Alright. I'd like to clear out this set of forts before going to bed tonight. And this one too. No, wait, this one. Actually, it'd be kind of cool to take an Erie. and then recruit tonight. I don't know if I'll have time for that though. The song's kind of catchy. What song is this? Redemption featuring Riel. Digging it. Well, I'm pretty sure I've heard the real version, although I don't recognize the real version off the top of my head. Whale is gold gear. Dolphin is purple gear. True, I would agree with that. If you're smart and properly pooling your gear, like I'm at the very low end of the dolphin spectrum, I would say, at about $200 a season, roughly. So about $100 a month, I would say. And I'm at this point, and this is only my 3rd season, and we're playing against people that are 5 seasons. This is their 5th season. Like my purples are starting to hit 5-star, which means it won't be that much longer that they're full gold. Like 2 more seasons. Okay, this was my 5th season. They probably would be mostly or fully gold. So yeah, I would say that's a fair estimate. I mean, 5 seasons is a long time. 4 to 5 max purples, whaley, gold leads to kraken now. If you have full gold gear with full gold star, so fully strengthened and fully refined gold gear on more than one commander, that's the point you'd start tipping into kraken, in my opinion. If you only have one commander in golds, though, like 4 to 5-star golds, like even my Gandalf, that's a 4-star gold weapon. Although that's like all the gold weapons I've ever gotten are in this blazing tongue. So, alright, let's see if there's anybody in here. What's this? This is getting close to kraken. I would say this is the upper end of whale. Like what? Actually, what season is this for Eternal? Oh, okay, it's only his 3rd season, so it's season 3. This is definitely somewhere in the kraken spectrum, I think. Yeah, I mean that's a fully refined Aegis Hunter's Guide. I'm sure these were all empty armies. Yeah, pretty much. Well, I'm glad I didn't send my Arwen in as well, because that would have been a waste. I need to move these guys up. And how long on dropping? Kind of too long on dropping tiles. Yeah, 12 minutes. So I think Keleborn just hits this and then goes home. Even though it's only 8 rams. I don't want him to take this tile, which I can start dropping that one. Tiny Asiana. So yeah, this is definitely a solid whale, I would say. High dolphin, low whale. Depending on the respect level. That's another thing. It's not just about the gear. A lot of it has to do with respect level as well. Like, there's a big difference between... Like, I have a respect 5 Galadriel. There's a big difference between, like, an R5 Galadriel and, like, an R20 Galadriel. On a commander like Galadriel, 15 extra skill points into, like, White Council or Parting Gift and Lady of Lorien, that's huge. Like, it's actually massive. Suppose when Gandalf gets back, I can have him hit this. I maybe should have scouted this with Keleborn rather than poking that. I guess I could just go ahead and send Arwen in. If I need to, I can bring Gandalf in later. It's not like this guy's going to reinforce. It looks pretty AFK. Always in the highest level barbs possible. Let's call a server-wide 24-hour truce in honor of America's embarrassing defeat in the British... Oh, America's embarrassing defeat of the British. Well, that's kind of shots fired. Kind of shots fired, to be honest. I don't know that this is embarrassing for the British as people think. Alright, bring Keleborn back. Who's next on the roster? We have King of Men, we have him. Dwalin's low. I guess like King of the Dead or somebody. I need a sweep. I guess it's King of the Dead since other people are busy. Although, I actually think I just wait. If I'm going to take that ruin, I can just send him to the... It's not really any use in sending him to the other fort. Here's a level 20. Oh, we actually have a fight over here. Okay. We got one good fight. Not wonderful gear for him. Plus he's 4 levels down. And yeah. Not a particularly fair fight. It's not as much as she normally does. Still more than half the damage she received, which is pretty solid. Kind of had a really nice counter for his army too. The dunes just shredded the axe throwers, and then guards, I'm sure, hit the rams. I think I have a new theory about speed ups. And to finish something before bed. There's something new. Just blowing them all in one go. This is a pretty decent song too, I have to say. Oh, Garandor going at it again. Yikes. This skill doesn't even have pursuit. That's kind of brutal for that guy. And also, this is a really bad Dwalin army. I hate picking on people on stream, but please guys, don't give your Dwalin... Don't ever give your Dwalin Sentinels at all. And if you're gonna give them Sentinels, don't give them 4.5k Sentinels. But please just don't give him Sentinels ever. This guild just ran rampant through. I mean, jeez. Faramir beating Legolas? But what is this Legolas army? Okay, I gotta be nice. Guys, who is an actual god? How do I god on door? I was trying to think of a clever way of doing that. Saying that. MasterCard army. True. Wonder how much is left on this side of the tunnel anyway. Oh, there's actually he actually solo cleared that end of the tunnel. He got some help from Numbskull, but they like 2-man cleared that entire side of the tunnel during this stream. Pretty ridiculous. Oops. Yeah, you can do it. You can do Heart of the Hero across this many bosses. You could do 1% damage to 50 different bosses, and it would be fine. You'd still get the rewards from it. Excuse me. Alright, well now we need to find out if I need to send Gandalf in behind Arwen, or if I can save his stamina to hit something else. Oh, this is in Gundabad and we don't have war buff. Gross. Alright, 80%. I need the ruins though. Like, I have to take it. %. Okay, she cleared it. It was just the Dwalin. Just 73. That's only 7% per. So it needs 11 hits. Yikes. He's gonna have 4. So maybe I do have to send King of the Dead down here. Or was my fort there? And back to sweeping. You can go away. running out of mobs to sweep. Kind of a yikes. I don't want him to hit level 20s. Where did Faramir go? I mean, I guess he could hit this army level 30. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm just always gonna have to have at least one army of cavalry alive to sweep. Because sweeping without cav is not the best. I guess King of Men's army is gonna do... King of Men might be able to finish it off. Because he has more command. How much is he hitting for? Yeah, 21k. So hopefully. Yeah, I think... Especially if I wait the 10 minutes, I should be able to get that. And reinforce her. Wow, this is actually the closest I think I've ever seen the springs thing go. Usually the springs never gets completed. Let's see, we ruled that one was empty. We don't know if this one's empty. I think I want to save Gandalf for this guy though. Not one person can fast march and take the tunnel. Everybody's asleep, man. It's like 10 p.m. Eastern. All the Russian, Turkish, and European players are asleep. Even the American players are going to sleep soon. How important is it to have a ton of whales? Burns 400 million power every KBK. That sounds ridiculous. That's ridiculous. 18%. Well, it's gonna take a lot of stamina, but we're gonna get there. Oh. Like Rise to War. Alright, what are we at? 10%. So in 7 minutes, I can take it. One more hit from each. Yeah, 10% on the 5 bosses. Yep. It's a pretty nice Thranduil. I've never seen a truly impressive Thranduil report, though, if I'm being honest. I think he has some amount of potential, but not that much. Oh, nice. Somebody's coming in to take the 130. Hopefully Wumpus will take that 150 as well. Not me to drop that. Well, while we're waiting, check Fangorn again. Looks about the same as it did before. I think like a total of 5 tiles have changed hands. Yeah, Tiny Asiana has taken a few. Oh, that's kind of sneaky. Oh, it seems like they see it. I almost feel like they need to come out of the forest. I haven't been keeping up with the fighting too much. But I kind of feel like they need to come out of the forest where there's a lot less 200 tiles. Because when whales can stack on 200s and control a bunch of space, that's kind of when they're at their strongest. Alright, now people are going. Well, by people, 2 people. 3 people, technically. I don't know where that red arrow is going. My first KBK when the first pass opened. Against a 120 mil whale. Jeez. Set them numbers. Two, in my opinion. Numbers and motivation. That's what Rise to War comes down to, in my opinion. I was talking to a guy telling me about his KVK, his first KVK in Rise of Kingdoms. Because I was asking if a bunch of dolphins can take down whales. Because like in this game, you know, even if you have the most whaled out level 50 Witch King, by the time like 3 or 4 Gilgalads hit you, or you know, Gandalf the White or whatever, you know, one guy can only do so much. Especially with the way the tile system works too. The amount of stamina attrition you can do just from flipping tiles, even when your barracks is empty. You can really make it a pain for anybody to even move. Dominate the open field. Reese, what's up, man? You're coming in at like the tail end of the stream, I think. Because it's getting pretty late over here. Probably got 15-20 minutes left. I'd like to at least kill the armies in these forts for my friends. And then hopefully other people can siege. Map looks about the same. Somebody actually posted a screenshot of this map on the official Facebook. And they called this like the Great Wall of China or something. So you know, we took Farad Waith and we're trying to open up a new front up there. Because these tunnels are just a stalemate. And these tunnels are a stalemate. So. Say hi to Brazil. You know, my mom spent a year in Brazil when she was growing up, actually. So, hello, Brazil. And my grandpa went there. So her dad, my grandfather, went to Brazil for work for a year. And the whole family moved. They lived in Sao Paulo, I believe is how you say it. Sao Paulo. Play in 7-12. So are you pretty new to the game then? I haven't checked the server numbers recently. Man, it's crazy. They're at server 700 now. I think my first ever server was like 273. I believe. But then my first serious server was 326. That's back when they were doing 4 servers a day. They would do like 3 or 4 a day. Pretty shortly after the game came out. It would have been Salvador. Is that close to Sao Paulo? Unfortunately, I don't know much about Brazilian geography. I just know that Sao Paulo's quite a large city. And she can still speak a few words of Portuguese. Alright, King of Men has to come home and Aragorn 2 has to come home. But then we're going to be sending, if I even have people with stamina left, we'll send them to this fort. Close to Rio. Okay. Brazil's a deceptively large country, too. I know a lot of that is the Amazon. Alright, that fort's empty because we cleaned it out. I need to hit this fort with somebody. Technically, Arwen has more stamina. And who do I even have left with stamina? Just the hobbits, really. I guess I can send Gimli and Thorin. Yeah, well, USA is just... I mean, USA is just massive, right? It's one of the biggest countries in the world. Especially if you include Alaska. Like, if you include Alaska, that's just kind of not fair. I maybe should have actually sent infantry armies here as well. I guess I can send at least one infantry siege army. Guess it's gonna be Boromir. So this is 18, that's 18. Yeah, send one more. In Alaska alone was probably bigger than the majority of countries in the world, right? I would imagine. I do have Legolas, yes. My Legolas is only respect 3 though. So I don't really use him very much. But I have every T1. What's up, Halor? Nice to see you again, man. I have every T1, most T2s, and then only a few T3s, just 3 T3s. Yeah, I don't have gear or anything on Legolas. I don't even know what level he is this season. Last season I leveled him up. Last season I had him at 50. But these are the skills you would want on him. This battle axe that ignores defense, or you want to get a bow. If you have him at respect 5, you can use a bow that has the chance to do extra damage. I don't have any of those right now. But you'd want the battle axe. Then you want scale mail with might, or scout's mail with evasion. You definitely want a full helm. Probably want it with the reduced melee damage. Or sorry, melee units take reduced damage. And accessory, I don't know. There's a few, like Pursuit is really good these days because Gil-galad and Gandalf are so popular. A Hithlane with healing is fine. A lot of good accessories depending on what you're really going for. Wow. A draw with Galadriel. Although this is not a good Galadriel build. At least he has plus 25 command. I would link this report to my buddy Thanatos to troll him. 84%. How much am I gonna do? Well, at least we can watch some stuff down here while that draw goes through. Oh, as far as Legolas goes, if you have him at respect 5, you'll still take these. But then you can put points in respect 5, at least 1 point here. And then you can include sentinels in your army. Lego R6, Gimli R5. That's pretty good if you just started playing. If you're on server 712 and you're still in season 1. Gimli is really good. If I had to pick between Legolas and Gimli, as far as a damage dealer goes, I would pick Gimli for sure. But I'm using Galadriel to fill that role. Gimli is probably better than Galadriel, though. Gimli's definitely better than Galadriel against evil. That I will for sure say. Galadriel may be better against good than Gimli. Well, thank you. Thank you for saying my team is strong. I've been working on it for a while now. Yeah, Dwalin's very good too. What percent does this even do? 78%. Maybe I should have just sieged with infantry. I wanted the cavalry because I would get to the front quicker. What did I say? 78. Ooh, 6% per hit. That's kind of rough. Yeah. Khaldun. Man, Khaldun's a good commander. My dog's in here going nuts, itching himself. I was surprised this Dwalin did so well. Well, it looks like Erebor got this side. It looks like Rohan doesn't even have tiles down here anymore. For a while, Rohan did have tiles. Okay, so do I even... I don't even know if I siege these forts down. 6% a hit? That is... I mean, I guess I have to. Although I need to hit this one. Because if I hit this one, I connect to this chain of forts, so... I think it makes more sense to hit that one. %. Gimli has rams. I thought I sent an infantry march up here. Oh yeah, Boromir. That's who it is. It also doesn't help that these commanders are so low level. We'll get there eventually, I suppose. Down to 66%. None in the forts that I'm sieging. I wish Good Side had something like Dunlending Warriors. Even if it was a worse version, you know, going with the logic that Good Side should have worse siege damage. It's just such a pain killing things outside of war. Like keeps, I can definitely understand that they don't want people taking keeps outside of war, even though like you can do it. It's just not efficient. But like forts, 70% I think is just a little bit too brutal. 50% I think would be more fair. I'm not gonna wait 20 minutes. So I'll just bring him back. And maybe send Merry and Pippin with Gar. Actually, what is Siege on Dunedain? 15? 18? Maybe Dunedain are the right call. That's what, 74, 88, but these are so much faster. And it might be worth it just to get there. Oh, we're gonna take it down eventually. Okay, so now I need to actually train troops for the night, which I never checked my market deals. Definitely buying that one. 250 for 200. I'll take that one. I don't think we take anything else. I'm not going to refresh it today. But I will do this. And what do I even need to train? Maybe a few more cavaliers for sweeping. I'll train like 500 cavaliers. Other than that, we'll do a couple hours of each of these. And music abruptly stopped. That seems all right. Video pause, yeah. %. So it's gonna be what? 2 more rounds of hits, I think. And then I'll hit the fort. One of these forts. I assume I should hit... No, I want to hit the one with 3 armies on it. 8%. King of the Dead's probably going to leave it at like 2% or something. Gimli can go ahead and take this and then scout. These guys down here are terrible. Oh, did he fail to take a 200? Kinda awkward if he failed to take a 200 at this point in the season. What was he saying? Take those 260 closer to Poulter then. Yeah, what did he leave it at? 1%, 2%? 1%. Yikes. Oh, Gimli can't scout? Awkward. That's fine. I think we'll YOLO it anyway. So 7.5 minutes. Arwen's gonna be what, like 3 minutes? Yeah. Let's see, this is 66. I'm hoping it does at least 10% a hit. %, down to what? This one, King of the Dead, can finish that. 57. That's 9%. That's better. Not optimal, but definitely better than it was. And is Elro here back? I think Elro here's been back. I feel like I keep checking and forgetting to send him back out to sweep. Hopefully the whole sweeping thing gets a bit easier as more and more people show up north. Hopefully there's some real armies in one of these forts as well. I spent so much time and stamina pathing this direction. Alright, so King of the Dead, I suppose, can scout. We'll hit here. Since that's where my Gandalf's going, get a little preview of what he's gonna hit. Guy's got 2. And Merry and Pippin. What does he have? Oh gosh, a level 20 Aowen with T2s. Ooh, it might not even be worth sending Arwen in. I mean, that's just... Gandalf's just gonna walk through that. I guess I can hit this person with Arwen and see. Anything else going on up here? No. Ooh. I want to steal those. It's not bad. Some 230s. What's up, Derek? Gotta catch up. You always come in right at the end, man. Right at the end. I guess that's the last airborne tile in this area. One more hit each should do it. I'll send Boromir first, since I think he does a little bit more siege. Well, what else should I use, man? Dunlendings are only... Or sorry, Dunedain. I wish I had Dunlendings. Dunedain are only a few points worse. And they're way faster. Like, I'll show you. Yeah, I'm doing good. Just getting tired. Getting sleepy. Alright, so let's assume I'm going to send guards to the tower. Right, they're the same... Like, I don't have any guardians. Because guardians are what, 20 points a pop? I don't even have guardians unlocked right now, dude. I think guardians are 20 points a pop. Yeah. So let's say I'm gonna send guards to the tower. Just marching them here, 13 minutes. Whereas if I'm using Dunedain, how fast can I get there? It was like 6 minutes or something. Yeah, 6 minutes. 1,000 rams for siege, comparable. Oh wow, Arwen actually got a fight. Let's see. Oh, Arwen actually got a for real fight. Wow. That guy has an actual commander here. Not bad though. 100k healing. Considering the T4s and that being a bad matchup and being 2 levels down, not shabby. So we're definitely not going to let that draw go through, though. How much are rams per? Let's see. Rams are 27. Dunedain are 15, so that's actually pretty close, yeah. That's only a 3-point difference. Obviously, Guardians are way better. So what did Gandalf hit? He hit and shredded an Elrond. Holy crap. But that level difference is disgusting. And yeah, he only has plus 16, so he's 9 down on the military academy. I mean, rams for siege is fine if you're hitting stuff that's far away. You know, 45 minutes one-way trip or something. Let's see, is this okay for Gandalf? Gandalf the White in particular. Carver with men strength, negative my friend. Quilted armor with attunement is okay. Hysteria bone mask is fine. Sustain harp is okay, but not as good as sustain pipe. Yeah, but the Carver really needs smite for extra procs of the white. Well, yeah, I mean, if you have an accessory and like a Siege of Elves accessory, yeah, of course. But I'm just talking about, like, I'm just using, like, Merry and Pippin just to repeatedly smack. Just repeatedly smack forts, you know. Ow, cat! Cat is biting my toes. What do I actually want to bring in? I think I don't. I think I just take some of these guys out for now. And then reinforce. And I actually don't think I'm going to be killing any more forts tonight. I think I'm just going to clear these armies and go to bed and call it quits. For things like fort killing, when I'm going to be, you know, I'm going to have to hit these things like 13 times or 14 times due to lack of war. My primary consideration in that instance is how quickly can I get new commanders to the front to burn their stamina. I don't want to have to wait 13 minutes every single time I have to rotate a commander out just for them to get to the front, you know? That's kind of where I'm coming from in terms of that. Like, if this was during the day, when I could just send them over there and put my phone down for 15 minutes, and it'd be alright. But when I'm just trying to burn stamina before going to bed, even if I'm doing less damage per hit, if I can do twice as many hits, because they're getting there twice as quickly. And I think it's a fair trade. Guess we send Faramir at that. I keep saying I need to get Faramir cavalry to sweep with, and then I just don't. Because the march times are just ridiculous. Oh, there's a 30. Recent Elro here? No, I've just been mocking in sweeping with him. Although somebody had one. Might be able to find the one up here. There was an Elro here that destroyed a Elrond. But then people started getting into a discussion about, because I think it was in here. People started arguing about, well, what level is somebody a whale? Yeah, I think it was a little bit up higher. Maybe not. No. Maybe it was in faction. I wish I had saved it. I think it got spammed out by, was it United faction? Buddy, I think. But yeah, it was a solid report from Elro here. He did like 79,000 healing or something like that. Yeah, I can't find it. Oops. Reese sent me a beautiful report. Level 11, Frodo and Sam. Yeah? Level 11, Frodo and Sam with one command. Taking 51k off of a tile. Can respect it. Alright, so that fort's clear. We'll say. Going to instant recall, Gandalf, reinforce. I don't need 2k. They really need to add the ability to save loadouts in this game, in my opinion. We'll hit this again. Finish off the Dwalin. Yeah. About to sleep, but I'm clearing these forts to clear the path. So, like, what are the odds of that happening? I do need to give that a shot at some point, though, I will say. Go sleep, bro. Nah, a few more minutes. Although I don't know if I have... I don't know if I would keep my eyes awake. But I think it'll be worth it. It depends on if there's anything left after Arwen hits, because we know this is clear. We hit Nazgul's Dwalin, which is here. If he's the only one guarding, then it'll be the remnants of the Dwalin plus whatever Earl has. Said it works every time. I'll give it a shot. I've been giving Frodo and Sam tips all season just to level them up. So I might try it on a 300. Next time I go to take a 300, might see if I can knock out a good chunk of the first army with it. Yeah, I've got R5 on mine. So, yep. Yep, he's good to go. I've also been considering trying to troll whales with it. Especially some of these Dwallins that are running around. Like there's some pretty huge Dwallins, Gimlis. Alright, so there's barely anything left on that Dwallin. 106k healing that time. That's kind of beautiful. So I think I will go ahead and send Gandalf in the end. Question is, do I send him at Earl's Fort? I think so. He's 33k. He's 28k. Maybe I do just send it at Barthel's Fort instead. And the problem is I don't know if either or none of those armies are guarding. Yeah. Last minute guard pop. I guess I'll just hit this one. And we'll see. I was hoping to get to the Erie tonight, but I guess I could have pathed around down to it, but without war, doing that siege damage is just not gonna happen. I don't think. I mean, it could happen. It's just not gonna be worth it, is what I should say. Be so much stamina. Yeah, I feel like these paddle lines just aren't moving. I'm also kind of surprised that Varyog's fellowship production hasn't actually taken a hit yet. I mean, there's so many tiles that Lyndon has taken down here. Kind of crazy that it hasn't moved at least like 100k. I imagine it's gotta be close to that though. Close to dropping 100k. How's the fighting down here going? A Gilgalad with only Bjornings. That's a bit of a questionable choice, I would say. I don't know if he knows it or not, but Bjornings are not elves. And Gil-galad kind of really needs elves. Alright, Gandalf. It's the only problem with Gandalf the Grey is he's so freaking slow. Well, I guess we can look at the other flank too, though. Well, they're gaining ground in the Pathing War. But overall, it's not as bad as it was earlier. Well, for either side. Earlier, we were further ahead. And before that, they were like all the way up into here almost. I think Polter's gonna go kill some of them. Well, unfortunately, I think I sent Gandalf at Earl. And Earl's army is dead. 829, 1589. Yeah. Well, on that note, oh, who's this? It's Burn Bear. Yeah, he's gonna bounce me in. Unfortunately for him, his buddies are already dead. Overheat in the house. Hey, it's Michael Jordan. Oh, I can level up. I feel like I recognize that name from somewhere. Were you on Season 2 when I was playing Angmar? Were you on my Angmar S2 server? I feel like you were. I think you were in Gondor. But yeah, unfortunately for Burn Bear, which is not a bad idea by any means, he's making the right play. He just doesn't necessarily realize that his friends are unfortunately already dead. So, well, I hate to say hello and then immediately goodbye, Overheat, because it was very nice of you to stop by, but this army's dead, so Gandalf's going to hit nothing. He's going to get bounced anyway. And I'm super tired, so I'm going to call it a night. But yeah, we stopped playing. Yeah, you got to take care of real life first, man. Definitely can respect that. It's just a game at the end of the day, you know, no matter how much we love it or hate it or get frustrated with it. At the end of the day, it's just a game. So